It's the Jacob Show. It's time. Let's go.
It's nice to come back into the studio, turn on the microphone, turn on the studio, and just kind of have a sit down, a conversation. And I wasn't, planning to do too much lately, but there is time available, so I'm going to catch up on a few episodes for this show and maybe a surprise episode for the Sunday Night Army very shortly. But there's a lot of thoughts that fly around in someone's head when there's extra time on their plate. And I know extra time is always hard to find these days, but here we are. It's just incredible to come back and the feeling of sitting in front of this microphone and doing something that you have the freedom to do, the ability to do, and wanting to do it is just great. It's wonderful. But today's episode, looks like episode 12 of The Jacob Show. It's about mindset. And it's a personal mindset. There's a lot of topics I wanted to discuss today, and I'll get to some of the travel stuff on future episodes. Kind of ties into it a little bit, but change of scenery is very important. Mindset and change of scenery to me kind of go hand in hand. Now, I apply that to my vacation style because I do talk about travel on the show. And I need a change of scenery minimum once a year just to recharge the batteries or reset the process. It's very important to me. And I think you have to do that in life. Maybe not as often, but it's important. And in life, those resets can be drastic, but also is necessary. I learned in my mid-30s that I need to do more for myself. There's a story to this. So let's go through it. In my mid-30s, I learned the hard way that you can't turn back time. You can't unmiss the opportunities, but you can create them and do something about it by taking control. And that's what I did. And this applies to mindset and change of scenery, because keeping things in a positive mindset does a lot. And by taking control of what you do in life, you can control the positivity in it. And it's about putting yourself in situations that maybe naturally you wouldn't object to, because it's just like, oh, this is life, this is just how things happen, and taking a different approach to it. Taking an approach of, well, maybe it doesn't have to happen, or maybe it could happen differently, or maybe I can make things happen. And that's what I did. I learned then that I don't have to accept things I don't want to. I don't have to do things I don't want to. Just because maybe it needs to be done, I can find a way to do other things. I don't have to be stuck doing things I don't want to do. And maybe there is a different way of doing them. So I took a lot of chances, and so far they've paid off to where anytime I find myself in a situation of, and there's been a lot of situations where when I just look at it and like, I don't want to do this. I don't need this. And what can I do to achieve same goals by not doing what I don't want to do? And I've been applying that for the past 15 years or so. Oh, more like 10. And look at it from every perspective. This could relate to life choices This could relate to extra activities, like, of course, doing this show. Things in life, choosing your circle that's around you, your job. It could apply to all of that. And what I've learned so far is that the biggest difference in realizing that you have the ability to choose your own path and not accepting what others bring to you, especially if they make you miserable or unhappy, is that there are many options to the same path. You can achieve the same goals by not having to be forced to do what you don't want to do. You don't have to be stuck. Even when you feel stuck, there are options. The first thing we have to understand is not to panic that there are no options. There's always options. There's options to everything. There's options of how you should spend your time, how you should spend your work time, how you should spend your free time. There's options of everything out there for you. You don't want to be stuck in anything. Lay it out. Put it on paper. Put it on your phone. What's made it easier for making decisions is simplifying them down to the basics. You can say pros and cons, but giving yourself an outlet to make sure it's visible so you can see the bigger picture is key to whatever it is. Do I have time in my life to do this? Do I have time in my life to do that? I'm not happy with this situation. I don't want to be here. I want to be there. People have moved across countries, across provinces, across states to get the bigger picture, to find another path. People have switched jobs because, you know what, this is fine. It's okay. It's well enough, but I'm not happy. Well, what would it take for you to be happy? And then you will go from there. What do I have to do to achieve my goals? And that's with everything. Like, you already do it for people at, let's say, at your job. You already do it for them. Why don't you do it for yourself? Build a habit to where you become the priority. And maybe you and those around you become priority. Because, let's be honest, we have a limited amount of time. And that's the mindset I want to push on this show. That's my mindset. We have a limited amount of time here. And we waste a lot of that amount of time to make other people happy. We waste that time being there for people that basically don't care about your well-being. We tend to be the most productive for people that we don't matter to. And to me, that's wasted time. We never get that time back. We never do. And we waste our own free time recovering from making other people happy. And we have to switch that mindset. We have to put ourselves first. Sometimes it takes a little bit of sacrifice. Sometimes it takes a lot more planning. But you have to account for what's more important. On my end, it's making and doing things that matter. That don't put me in a state of, for lack of words, make you miserable. Because let's be honest, a lot of people are miserable these days. Not because there's not only anything positive happening in the world today, but they surround themselves with that type of environment. Look at what you do all day. Look at what you see, what you consume all day. On TV, on the radio, people around you. Now, prioritizing this type of mindset is difficult. It takes time, but realizing that you have to is the first step. And in the end, it might not even be just for you. It might be just for the ones around you. In case you're a miserable person because of what makes you miserable, that affects those around you. Putting yourself in that positive mindset is a lot of work. The steps are there. But the outcome, the benefit, outweighs all that. Now, what would make this episode happen in the first place? Well, the mindset thing, it ties a lot with what I do in my personal life. I tie this into the travel, the recharging, the experiencing of different cultures and areas, because not everybody does things the same. Wherever you go, it kind of runs differently. The people are different, regardless how far away you go. And I use that as a complete recharge. And since applying that a little closer to home in my personal life, with who I surround myself with, it makes a huge difference. And it makes a huge difference on productivity. It makes a huge difference on creativity and your overall general well-being. It's easy to do the same thing all the time. There's a lot of people that are stuck, and I know a lot of them, that are stuck doing the same thing, and they complain for a living. Well, no, they work for a living, but all they do is complain. Now, it's one thing to complain about something you can't change, but it's a totally different thing to complain about things you can change. And if you really sit down and think about it, you can change a lot. You are responsible for anything you do. You feel you're stuck somewhere in a job? Change it. It's not hard to do. It's just bad habits. You're used to being abused. You're used to doing the same thing over and over again. And change is scary. You don't have any hobbies? You just sitting in front of the TV all day on your days off and just not doing anything productive? Change it. Find time to do something maybe you used to do and rediscover a passion. Doing something that creates positive mental situation in your head is huge. It will make that change for you. Because once you discover that doing something for yourself is so beneficial, you'll see how detrimental other things are in your life, and you will start changing them. It's just taking that first step. So it's not a motivational sermon I'm throwing at you guys here today. It's just something that, before I get to my travel episodes later on, is that sometimes in life change is needed for continuing the positive steps that you've already taken. And all in all, it's eliminating more of the negative and the unnecessary. Because letting other people drag you down, or whatever's happening in the world drag you down, is completely your choice. Like I already mentioned, you have to put yourself in a position. No one else will do it for you. And that's my message for today's a quick little episode, is knowing where you are, which way you want to go, and going that way. because everybody else will hold you back, knowingly or unknowingly. If you guys like this show and gets anything out of it, make sure you're subscribed to it. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, give it a like, give it a follow, maybe a rating. I won't ask for much. Just listens. And if you have anybody that could use 15 minutes or so of their day to listen to a podcast, send them the show. I would appreciate it. There is no social media or any other promotion of this show. This show is just an organic thing that if people are out there want to listen to it, will. And if they don't, they don't. I do already enough social media and other promotions for my other show that it's completely unnecessary for this one. And I just wanted to have the message out there to connect with anybody that's listening. I thank you guys for being here today, and we'll talk again soon.